Hi Shauna, this is Melissa Martyr, and my critique assignment is on The Social Network. The movie came out in 2010. It is directed by David Fincher, starring Jesse Eisenberg, who played Mark Zuckerberg, Andrew Garfield, who played Eduardo Saverin, Armie Hammer, who played the Winklevoss twins, and Justin Timberlake, who played Sean Parker. The Social Network is a movie about the creation, trials, no pun intended, and tribulations Mark Zuckerberg endured during the early days of his wide-known phenomenon we now know as Facebook. Casted aside by his girlfriend Erica, played by Rooney Mara, angry Zuckerberg creates an online webpage in the hopes to indirectly get back at her by comparing the hotness of each girl in the area's schools, which results in him unknowingly shunning himself from all other girls. This is when the real magic starts happening. Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, played by Armie Hammer, and Divya Narendra, played by Max Minghella, approach Mark with the idea of creating the Harvard connection, but Mark has epiphany moments that extend their ideas. Alongside his best friend Eduardo Saverin, played by Andrew Garfield, and his roommates with the financial assistance of Napster's creator Sean Parker, played by Justin Timberlake, they define and expand the dorm room creation of the Facebook to the worldwide creation of Facebook. This last shift puts Zuckerberg in the hot seat where his fast-talking, fast-thinking, and shallow self-righteousness gets him in trouble. In this presentation, we're going to talk about the me-on scene of The Social Network. First thing we're going to talk about is the wardrobe. So Mark's wardrobe was mostly oversized hoodie pullovers, jeans or jogging pants, and black and white Adidas sandals. You can see this outfit in the first picture of this slide. Even in the cold weather and piles of snow, his wardrobe never changed, and it was as if he was so intensely focused on what was going on in his mind that he didn't care what his outward appearance looked like. His best friend Eduardo Saverin, also in the same picture, had a consistent attire throughout the movie. He wore dressier, more sophisticated clothes, which clearly showed he had the money to spend on his outward appearance, unlike Mark. Only at the Caribbean party does his attire change to a Hawaiian shirt and brown straw hat, as shown in the middle picture. The Winklevoss twins always wore more upscale clothes like polo-type shirts, slacks, and suits with ties. Even their hoodies throughout the movie looked to be made of high-quality fabric and appeared to never have a wrinkle. Their hairdos were different as well, which is such a great touch since the twins were played by one actor. Most of the attire by the students and faculty were bland, a lot of browns, tans, and whites. Next, we're going to be talking about the lighting. The lighting in this movie was almost entirely yellow. The lack of ambient light, even during the day scenes, was almost non-existent as soon as the characters walked inside. Most lighting was provided by desk lamps and wall sconces. You can see in the second picture of this slide, of the bar scene. It's very low lighted, a lot of yellow, and there's a lot of shadows and dark corners. There were two exceptions to this technique. The boardrooms were brightly lit with overhead lighting and ambient light, and during Caribbean night, they had red flashing lights placed here and there. And since we're on the subject of the color red, it was placed throughout the movie. Here are a few examples. The Winklevoss's crew flag in the movie was red. Their crew jerseys were red. Their dinner jackets at Henley were red. Mark's dorm room couch was red. The banners at the restaurant that you can see in the first picture, where they first met Sean, those banners are red. Amelia's Harvard underwear was red, and then Sean's shirt toward the end of the movie was also red. I understand Harvard's color is crimson, so this was a great way for David Fincher, the director, to display the school pride. The last concept we're going to talk about is the decor. So the decor of Mark's dorm room is very minimal. He had twin beds, stacks of books, laptops, mini fridges, small TVs, very basic furniture. In contrast, in the movie, Erica's dorm room was more homey. It had some colorful comforters, pillows, wall hangings, and the door was open, whereas in Mark's dorm room, some of their blinds were shut, their door was closed, and it was like completely shut off from the outside world. They only connected with the outside world through their laptops because that's all that they really knew, you know. The conference rooms, the lawyers' boardrooms, where the depositions and statements were held, was very clean and sharp, with glass walls, tables, and white coffee cups, as you can see in the picture on this slide. The Winklevoss's cafeteria, also on this slide, and the Porcellian's look gave off a statement of rich, dark brown colors and old, tattered carpets on the Porcellian's staircase that told me the interior had been around for generations. The last slide of this presentation is the movie poster. It says, "You don't get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies." And he definitely made some enemies throughout his creation of Facebook. Our work cited is The Social Network, directed by David Fincher, produced with Columbia Pictures, and it came out in 2010. The movie is based on a book by Ben Mesrick called The Accidental Billionaires. The publisher is Doubleday, and it came out in 2009. I hope you enjoyed my slideshow. Thank you so much.